Hello students, welcome to Sairam classes English 1 to 3. I am your teacher Ritu. Today I am again here with a new chapter, The 100 Dresses Part 1, written by L. Besor Easter. This chapter is of class 10th first flight book. So, first of all, I would like to tell you something about the chapter. So, let's discuss introduction of the chapter. The 100 Dresses. It is a story based on the true experiences of the author Elvisor Esther about a girl who is teased by her classmates because she belongs to a poor family. The girl, Wanda Petronsky, becomes the butt of her friends' jokes because of her funny Polish name. It means the girl who is the protagonist here, the name of the girl is Wanda Petronsky, and always the people or the students of her class makes fun of her due to her Polish name. She is always quiet and wears the same faded blue dress to school every day. She always boasts of having 100 dresses of same color at home. The story is also about the realization which people from mainstream society are forced to make about other different people with similar potential and emotions. In this chapter, the girl who is the you can say that who is the main lead of this story, Wanda Petronsky. Actually, she has come from the Poland and now they have shifted to America. That's why she has different and funny name for the Americans. Her caste is different and no one in the America is having caste like her. That's why the students of her class or the friends of her school make fun of her. Before starting the chapter, we will discuss something about the author of this chapter, The 100 Dresses, Eleanor Estes. She was born in May 1906 and died in July 15, 1988. She was an American children's author. It means always most of the part of her writing belongs to the children. And she was also a children's librarian. Her book Ginger Pyre won the Newfry Medal. Eleanor based the story The 100 Dresses on her real life experience as the girl who received Peggy's hand-me-down dresses. Characters in the story. There are four main characters in the story. Wanda Petronsky, who was the main heroine or the main girl or the protagonist of the chapter. Wanda Petronsky, she was a poor Polish girl with a funny name who wears same faded blue dress and boasts of having 100 dresses. Peggy always teases Wanda, creates a game to ask want about dresses. She always and she is the girl who has started a game to ask about the dresses. Daily she asks a question to Wanda, how many dresses you are having. Different from others, never made Wanda cry by teasing. The most popular and pretty girl in the school, and she was the most popular and pretty girl in the school. Our third character is Maddie, who always teases Wanda, and she is a very close friend of Peggy. She is a poor girl but never boasts like Wanda. And the fourth character is Miss Mason, who was a class teacher of Wanda, who helps the students and always support them and always try to make a balance between among the students. So let's start the chapter now. Wanda Petronsky in the class. Wanda Petronsky sat in the seat next to the last seat in the last row in room number 13. Only rough boys who didn't get good marks sat there. It was this corner where there was most scuffing of feet and most roars of laughter when anything funny was said. It was also the corner where one could find most mud and dirt on the floor. So, as we seen that Wanda Petronsky sat in the last seat and last row in room number 13. Room number 13 was the number of Wanda's class, and in which corner she sits always. There was in that corner always the boys who are not having good marks, they sat there, and whenever something was happened to the class, this was the most popular corner from where the laughter and most of the noises came to the class. And this was also the corner where one could find most mud and dirt on the floor. Very quiet and lonely. Wanda was very quiet and lonely. Nobody knew why she chose to sit in the last row, because she was not so much bad in the studies, so nobody knew the reason why she sat in that corner. Perhaps she came from a place Boggins Heights, and it was the place where poor immigrants lived. Her feet were usually covered with dry mud. Nobody really thought much about Wanda when she was in the class. Today she was not in her seat, but no one noticed her absence also. And nobody has an idea why she sat there, because she is not that type of a person who made disturbance in the class. And maybe there is a reason that she came from a place, and the name of the place is Boggins Heights, and it was the place where poor immigrant means the people who had come from another country or another place had come to live. And always her feet were usually covered with dry mud. When every day she was in class, nobody noticed her, and today also when she was not in or not on her seat, that time also no one noticed her absence. It means we can say that she is not wanted by anyone in the class, or nobody take care of her absence or presence in the class. Wanda Petronsky, an object of fun. Her schoolmates thought of Wanda only when she was outside the school. They waited for Wanda to have fun with her. They always tried to ask silly questions with her and tried to make fun of her. After 2 days, Peggy and Maddie noticed that Wanda was not there in the class. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. She had pretty clothes and her hair was curly. That means we can say that she was very beautiful and popular girl in the class and belongs to a rich society. Wanda Petronsky, a funny name. Why she has got a funny name? Wanda Petronsky was rather a strange name for children in room number 13. They did not have names like that. They had names easy to say like Thomas, Smith or Alan. Wanda did not have friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress. It was clean but never ironed properly. Peggy making fun of Wanda. Peggy would always try to make fun of Wanda in a most courteous manner. She would ask, "How many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet?" Wanda would answer, 100. Then Peggy would ask in a teasing but polite manner, "All silk, I bet." It means we can say that both of them uh, both of them, they make fun of her. Wanda would reply that they were all silk and all colors. Then, before Wanda had gone very far, all the girls would burst into shrieks and peals of laughter. The only dress Wanda wore, a blue one. What a story! They would say, meaning that she was telling a lie. They would again ask Wanda teasingly, "How many shoes?" Wanda would reply, 60 pairs. It means they always try to make fun of her by asking the question of dresses and shoes. But always Wanda faced them boldly. Maddie was different. It means we can say that Maddie was not like Peggy. She did not like this business of asking Wanda how many dresses, shoes, and hats she had. Somewhere we can say that Maddie did not like Peggy's way of dealing with Wanda. She did not like the question which she asked to Wanda every time about the dresses, shoes, and many other things. Maddie was poor herself. She often wore old clothes, usually given by someone else. She felt embarrassed when Peggy questions Wanda in a mocking, polite voice. She wished she wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on. Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old dresses that she was wearing. Although she did not like the way in which Peggy treated Wanda, but she always accompanied with her because Maddie was also a poor girl and she was very close to Peggy, and she knows if she point out Peggy or if she would stop Peggy to not to create not to ask like these questions with Wanda, maybe she know that she would be the next target for her, or she was imagine many times she imagined herself that in place of Wanda she was standing there in the ground and everybody is asking question about the dresses to Maddie. Drawing competition. Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses. Peggy was the favorite as she drew better than anyone else in the room. Number 13. Everybody thought that Peggy would win the prize. The next day, when they entered the classroom, they found there were drawings all over the room. There must have been 100 of them. They were all lined up. Mrs. Mason announced the winners. She told them that one girl drew 100 and tops, all different and in beautiful colors. When everybody was thinking about the drawing competition, for the girls, it was a contest to draw designing dresses. And in the class, in the room number 13, everybody knows that Peggy is the Peggy draws beautifully, and no one in the room number 13 can compare with her drawing. So they knew that she would surely win the prize. When they next day entered the classroom, they saw that there were drawings all over the classroom, and then Mrs. Mason, who was the teacher of their class, announced the winners. She told all the students that a girl has drawn 100 dresses, 100 tops, and all the dresses, all the tops were different and in beautiful colors. She declared that Wanda Petronsky was the winner of the girls' medal. Wanda had been absent from school for some days and was not there to receive the prize. Mrs. Mason asked the children to file around the room quietly and look at Wanda's beautiful drawings. Peggy and Maddie noticed that particularly two blue and green dresses which Wanda used to talk about were displayed there. And when a teacher declared that Wanda Petronsky was the winner of girls medal, but Wanda Petronsky was getting absent from last 2-3 days, so she was not there to receive the prize. And Mrs. Mason asked the children that they should visit the room carefully and her beautiful drawings also. Then Peggy and Maddie noticed that two particularly blue and green dresses which Wanda used to talk about were displayed there. जिनकी वो बात करती थी वो ड्रेसेस भी वहाँ पर थी. Conclusion of the 100 Dresses Part 1. This story is about the matter that does not mistreat anyone for being different. The story is teaching everyone that we should never make fun of the unique differences of our fellow human beings and try to accept them as they are. It means this story tells us that we should not treat anyone, or we should not behave badly with anyone if anybody is having different name, different society, or different in looks. And it also teaches us that we should not make fun of unique differences of our human beings, and we should try to accept the person as they are in reality. We should not try to change them, and we should not make fun of anyone in case of any race, any religion, any country, in the differences of anything. So I hope you understood the chapter very well, and if you have any problem you can write in the comment section. And please, if you like the video, then please subscribe the channel and follow us on Instagram also, sairam.education. So stay home, stay safe.